Last Friday, Mark Anaheim was on the show. We was having some internet problems, so here's the audio from that show.
Corps uniform, I know they're not used to seeing no colored officers and stuff.
Yes, sir.
This is back in the days when it wasn't cool to openly recruit folks of an alternate persuasion. So I walk into this room and there's a microphone hanging at the ceiling in the Parker Center getting ready to tear down. And I see this Korean woman sitting at the end of the table as I walk in the door, and on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give her about 11. So I walk in the room and I went, damn! And then I look and I go, oh hell, I guess I blew this interview. and they're like, sit down, Lieutenant. Well, see, I didn't realize it back then, but that was probably a psychological profile test right there to see how I was going to react when I saw that woman. Because they figured if I didn't look at her cleavage, then I was gay. So see, these are the little subtle things people do in interviews that you don't know about. And so had I not checked her out and reacted the way I did, they would say, this is gay, so we already wrote him. We could go ahead and go through the interview like he got the interview, but he doesn't know it, but he's already been checked off. Then I come back for my second interview at LAPD, and these two background investigators, oh, you're a Marine, huh? Yeah. How long you been in the Marine Corps? Well, I was prior enlisted. I'm a Mustang. What's a Mustang? I'm prior enlisted. I was a sergeant before I became an officer. Well, all you Marines, you guys like to go out there and hook up with prostitutes and stuff. When was the last time you paid for some pussy? The last time I took my wife out to dinner.
Oh no!
So needless to say, they hired me. And I don't hang out with hookers. Never have, never will.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm just serious. Never have, never will. But that's that stereotype. If you're a Marine, then you
pay for it.
But when I told them the last time I paid for it was when I took my wife out to dinner, those two guys were rolling on the floor laughing, and they go, "Okay, that's enough questions for the day. We'll call you back another time."
That's what I'm saying. Your wit is beyond fucking measure, dude. The ability of you to not be scripted, come straight off the hip, and hit the fucking target, that is the shit. I got it.
Most of my mentors were World War II Nazis and OSS and ONI boys. They ain't got time for bullshit. People who lie have to worry about what lie they told.
Yes, sir.
I'm only going to have two answers for you. I'll either tell you straight up or I'll just tell you I'm not answering that.
Yeah. I got a question for you, Mark.
I ain't answering that.
I'm glad you're on the phone, so that way people can stop emailing me and stuff, asking about you.
Yeah.
You have no idea the amount of emails I get asking me, or is Mark okay? Where is Mark? Where is Mark? Where is Mark? Is he okay? Have you talked to him?
All right, so let me just tell you for your listeners. As long as I coach my little white girls in surfing and stay off radio shows like this one, I'll be fine.
But real quick, what about Task Force Dagger? Or Dagger? There you go, guys. He won't answer it. I'm sorry. You saw me ask the question. He just can't answer it right now.
I didn't say I can't answer it. I said I won't answer it.
Oh, absolutely. He will not answer it. All right, they say cool. They're like cool. I mean, hopefully,
Next thing you'll be asking me about Operation Northwoods and other crap.
What about it? Oh, that was the government's plan to basically exterminate the black folks with strategic strike. Well, wasn't that the contingency plan that if there was major civil unrest, Norfolk to have a false flag?
There was no civil rights bill when Operation Northwood was in effect, but
no,
I don't really know, so I'm just...
I don't really know. You need to quit, you. You know. But I get it. And once again, guys, Mark from Anaheim...
If Trump's son gets close to being indicted, you might see an Operation Northwoods again.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Hold on. I
just call a spade a spade.
Yeah, but it's kind of
when people start worried about going to jail, Trump ain't going to jail because he's a pussy. I'm sorry, Mr. President. He's a punk, so he ain't going to jail. So he'll create some domestic terrorism crap or whatever, so he can justify remaining as commander in chief.
But the real deal is...
Let me ask you a question. I'll ask you guys a question.
Yes, sir.
Did I vote for Hair Trump?
No.
Do I support Hair Trump?
No.
Would I take a bullet for Hair Trump?
No.
Absolutely would. You guys are stupid enough to let people like that in the White House. My job is to protect the White House. I don't give a shit who y'all put in there.
There you go.
We protect the office of the president.
There you go. Yes, sir.
I just call a spade a spade.
Yes, sir. And that's what makes you honorable. That's what makes you honorable. Because we got to see past this bullshit and be united as fucking Americans, period. That's what we are now.
No, let's not take this too far. I didn't say all that. All I said is if you were the one that they elected as president, I would take a bullet for you. I don't give a shit what your politics are. I protect the office of the presidency. That's greater than any one individual that's occupying that position.
Yes. You know?
But I still ain't going to vote for you.
But
it doesn't matter anyway. I can't vote anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, stop. You know,
I can't vote.
I mean,
I refuse to use addresses, so I can't vote because they say I can vote more than once if I don't give them a real address. So I can't vote. Well, I haven't been able to vote since Bubba was in the White House. Oh. It doesn't matter though, because under Bubba's administration, that's when my eyes were open. And then I started realizing back in those days I was a member of a whole bunch of K Street think tanks and stuff, and they were grooming me for who knows what. But once my eyes were open to how things really worked in the Beltway, I wouldn't have voted again anyway. I mean, like I told you before, Hillary was a Republican until '72.
Yes.
Ronald Reagan was a Democratic. John Connally was a Democratic till he got his ass shot in Dallas. And they still wouldn't remove the bullet from his wrist after he died, because if they removed that bullet fragment, then they wouldn't be able to justify their magic bullet theory.
See, that's the painful bit. That's the truly painful fucking bit.
No, the truly painful bit was that dumbass Lee Harvey Oswald who thought he was actually doing this country a favor. You didn't see that one coming.
Stop. I mean...
He didn't realize till he was in the lobby and goes, "Oh, this is Patsy!" Oh, man! Dumbass. Americans are dumb, dude. Seriously. If anybody thinks a Marine can go to Russia and marry a Russian colonel's daughter and come back to this country and nobody asks any questions, you're the biggest, dumbest population on the planet.
Oh my God! And that's by design, though.
Not to mention the Marine that actually he was stationed right down here at El Toro. But the Marine who used to actually track our airplanes that were flying, not just airplanes, our U-2 flights over in Asia. So yeah, that's the kind of guy that's going to be allowed to leave the country, marry a colonel's daughter in the Russian intelligence, and then bring her back here, and nobody says anything. Come on. But you know who gave him his discharge, right?
Who?
Let me give you a hint. Guess who was Secretary of the Navy when Oswald got his discharge?
Not Admiral Byrd.
The same guy who was in the car and got shot and went to his grave with that bullet fragment in his wrist.
Damn.
John Connally. Small world, ain't it? Nobody messes with O&I, dog. I'll give you all and your listeners here, Lord. You know, since you alphabet agencies won't let me use my phone and these gentlemen are still on my telephone, I can't even
We're not hanging up.
Let me give you a little historical test here. Who was vice president in 1956?
Oh no, 1956.
Dun, 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 dun,
No, not JBL.
Dun, 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 dun,
Spiro Agnew. No, that's Spiro Agnew.
Wasn't JBL the vice president?
No, that was under Kennedy. And Spiro Agnew was underneath fucking Richard Nixon. Fuck. Don't know.
And that's why this country is so fucked up right now. Because y'all can't even figure out who the vice president was in 1956. Let me give you a hint. He ran for president in 1960.
Damn. Was it a Republican or a Democrat?
Well, I'll give you one hint. The other guy who ran against him should not have ridden through Dallas with the top down. Thank you.
Yeah, Nixon.
So, ding, 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 ding.
Nixon was a vice president.
So, in 1956.
To Eisenhower, wasn't it?
And Nixon was ONI. So who ran for president in 1960?
Because Nixon lost the. Wait, who ran president in 1960? Who was the
So who ran in 1960?
Well, that was Kennedy.
And
he ran against Nixon, didn't he? In the
ONI versus ONI.
Yeah. Office.
Who was president after Kennedy died?
Was it Lyndon B. Johnson? Yes, sir.
ONI. So who was president in 1964?
Wouldn't have been Johnson.
ONI. Who was president in 68?
Shit. That's before Nixon.
ONI. Who was president when Nixon was forced to resign?
Oh shit. Spiro Agnew.
No. No, let me tell you how that worked. Spiro Agnew was the vice president. They performed a coup in this country against Nixon. First, you take out the vice president, replace him with Rockefeller.
Whoa.
But I have to go back and correct on that. First, you replace Agnew, claiming tax evasion, replace him with Gerald Ford. I didn't want to tell you that because now I'm giving you the answer. Then you get rid of Nixon, make Gerald Ford the president, and make Rockefeller the vice president. So you had a president and vice president that nobody voted for.
Damn.
So now I gave you the answer. Who was the president when Nixon resigned?
Gerald Ford. Yeah, Gerald Ford.
ONI.
Damn.
Who was the president when Ford lost the chance to be elected?
It was Jimmy Carter.
ONI.
Jimmy Carter?
Oh, come on, dude. He was a goddamn submarine commander.
Oh, shit.
He was destined to be an admiral, but his father had a heart attack, so he had to go back to run the damn peanut farm in Georgia.
Damn.
You guys, unbelievable. So who was vice president in 1980?
George Herbert Walker Bush.
ONI-N.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't use the in front of CIA.
Oh, yeah.
That's like saying Doug God.
Well, you quit. You quit.
We just say CIA. But anyway.
Yeah, that makes
sense. So what I'm telling you, dude, is nobody messes with ONI. Who's the mayor of LA right now?
Oh,
he's trying to run for president. His name is Garcetti.
Garcetti.
ONI. Nobody messes with ONI. So when you guys are bored sometimes and want to do some homework, just go back and look at all the movies.
Mm.
Who's always the black guy in the background in all these spy movies? What black actor did they love to use in these spy movies?
Oh,
in fact, he hardly had a role in the movie except for one or two scenes where he's in the background. Even in those Tom Clancy movies. Come on, guys. James Earl Jones.
Oh.
And he was always a Navy admiral.
No.
Nobody messes with ONI.
Damn, dude. They everywhere.
There it is. In fact, many of your... ONI doesn't like to actually take over CIA, so many of your deputy directors of Central Intelligence are Navy admirals.
Oh my gosh! I was just talking.
But there was one that I remember one time I was talking to one, and all these guys and dudes ran over like they were gonna rescue him from me. And I'm like, dude, just go back in your corner over there. First of all, I could take you all out. Secondly, the Admiral and I are talking, so you're fucking interrupting my conversation. And then, I can tell you this now because he died recently, and he was a little disappointed at me because he wanted me to take a White House fellowship when Bubba was in the White House. In fact, I still have a letter from him where I should tell you who that is too, by the way. When Jimmy Carter was president, a lot of boys in the agency lost their jobs. In fact, it was called Black October.
Black October.
And they replaced a lot of guys on the ground with satellites. It was called a technocrat sticking in. That's when you brought in guys like Brzezinski and all those guys in the Carter administration. They thought now everything was going to be high tech and we don't need human, as we call it, human intelligence. Everything would be like, but you can use a satellite and see something, but you can't know what they're thinking if you don't have people on the ground. But anyway, a lot of people lost their jobs when Jimmy Carter came in.
Mm.
So your homework assignment is, who was DCI under Jimmy Carter?
DCI.
He was ONI. He was an admiral. But when Bubba was in the White House, he tried to encourage me to take a White House fellowship. I turned on the opportunity for both the White House fellowship and the Fulbright scholarship when Bubba was in the White House. In fact, well, here's a trivia for you guys. Who's the actress that played the actress Jane Pittman?
In what movie?
That's part of the name of the movie, Jane Pittman. Unbelievable. Oh, you colored boys don't know anything. Oh, my God. And it shows how this old black woman, before she died, was able to drink from a water fountain in the Deep South.
So it's one of those segregations.
I'm sure you're writing all this down.
Yes, right here.
He's got a pad of paper.
Who's the black actress that played Jane Pittman?
Was it Cicely Tyson?
Thank you. I guess you guys can Google.
No, I didn't Google.
That's another thing about me. I'm on a landline, so I can't Google when I'm talking to you. You know I'm not snowing you because I can't Google. I'm on a landline. But anyway.
That's why you're so crisp and clear. You are by far the crispest and clearest audio because of that landline.
So anyway, Cicely Tyson was one of the people who actually sat on that White House fellowship. She was mad at me too for not pursuing that.
But what would a benefit have been to you personally to pursue that?
I wouldn't be talking to you on this radio show for one, because I'd be one of them house Negroes now who thought he had arrived.
Oh my God!
I'd be one of those guys you saw featured in Savoy magazine a few months back.
Yeah.
All these house Negroes that you never heard of, but you see all their names, men and women that you don't know, but top CEOs and white American corporations. So if you really want to look behind the scenes that's keeping you down, probably a white man who sells some copies of Savoy magazine with all the bootlegs. Mm-hmm. They consider themselves a talented temp. They don't care about the rest of the Negroes.
Nope.
And I pose a greater threat to them than I ever have to the white population.
So,
rest in peace, Steve Coakley.
So, Mark, what do you think about Kanovich?
I try not to think. Thinking gets me into trouble.
Well, what's your opinion on Kanovich?
On whom?
I can't pronounce his name that good. Kanovich.
What, Kavanaugh?
Yeah, Kavanaugh.
What do you want to know?
Whatever information you got on him.
Well, who's running the White House right now?
Trump.
What? Okay, and what did he do before he became president?
Gamble.
So it would be nice to have a judge on the Supreme Court who has a gambling habit, wouldn't it?
That makes sense to me.
Go back and watch the movie Bad Company with Larry Fishburne and Ellen Bernstein, and you'll see the judge in that movie that has a similar background to Kavanaugh. And that's why these Republicans and Democrats won't do a damn thing to Trump, because they all like to gamble. They're all addicted to gambling, and they all have been in these hotels with him. We have a saying. I was brought up by old boys, so they taught me well. There's an old saying: 2 people you don't want to be caught in bed with, a dead hooker or a live little boy.
Yes, sir. That's how these people run.
And apparently these people on Capitol Hill have violated those rules, because now they can't go after Trump because Trump's got dirt on all of them.
Yeah, because what do you think they were doing up in those casinos? after they lost or won.
Or they owe him money from gambling debt. Somebody else buys out your chips and cashes your chips in. Now they owe you. Now they own your debt, but you now owe them.
Damn.
Gambling is more addictive in this country today than prostitution, sex, crime, or drugs. Seriously. And they're gambling all of our pension money away. So when you hear these cities about they're going bankrupt, they're not going bankrupt because of anything that was done by cops and everybody else. They're going bankrupt because the people who were handling those money deals are gamblers, and they were gambling the money from those pensions and risky investment funds on Wall Street when they weren't supposed to be doing that.
Yeah. That's why the shit's rated.
And that's why they changed the rules and regulations from banking, because in banking, you have commercial banking, speculative banking, but you also had banking that was separate from all that. Now they've merged them all together, and now, I'll give you a good example. Remember when Ford Motor Company and Chevy and all those guys were having financial problems?
Yep.
They weren't. The only reason the three big automakers in the U.S. started having financial problems is because they went back to something they did prior to Roosevelt. See, Roosevelt brought in the savings and loans. So, of course, the John Birch Society, Reagan administration had to destroy the savings and loans. And that's why you have to go to banks now for your loans. Savings and loans didn't rip you off when you went to get a home loan. Anyway, prior to savings and loans, if you wanted to buy a car, guess who you got your loan from?
From your personal bank?
Nope, a finance company within that car manufacturer.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't Chevrolet, General Motors, Oldsmobile, Pontiac. By the way, you know what Pontiac really stands for, right?
What?
Poor old nigga thinks it's a Cadillac. Anyway, Cadillac, Chevrolet, General Motors, Buick, Oldsmobiles, they didn't go bankrupt. It's when General Motors brought back GMAC financing. That's the aspect of General Motors that went bankrupt, because they were now back into banking.
Wow.
But they took the money from the car dealer side to keep bailing out their speculative gambling habits on the banking side.
Holy shit. So they were basically Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
In the 80s, when they, under Reagan administration, when they passed all these deregulation laws involving banking, and this country has been going broke ever since. Bankers rule. When I wanted information on countries, I wanted to do an intelligence. I used to do intelligence reports for high-ranking individuals in uniform. I never went to. Well, I won't say that. I would go to the alphabet agency for maps. But I used to get my information from bankers, because bankers don't invest monies in countries they think are about to go under.
Wow.
For example, right now in Argentina, nobody's talking about it, but the money in Argentina has lost more than 60% of its value in the last 6 weeks.
60% of its value.
You heard me.
So now we're doing...
That's like you going into a store right now with a dollar bill, but you can only buy 40 cents worth of stuff.
Damn. Damn.
The U.S. will be like that soon, because we're doing all the same crap we did before the 1929 stock market crash, because people have short memories and they don't learn. And greed is good, because that was the motto in the 80s.
Yes.
Don't go to college to come back to your neighborhood and make the neighborhood a better community. Go to college so you can get a job where you can make more money.
Yep.
Money is our God.
Yep. Yep.
So with greed being good, and everybody's now hooked into gambling, and they've got all laws passed now where gambling is legal in practically every state, and now they've gotten to the point where they can't make any more money that way, so now they're going to make gambling legal in professional sports. Everybody will be... The average U.S. citizen, as I'm speaking to you right now, does not have $500 in the bank to get on an airplane to fly. Let's say, I live here in California. Most of my family's on the East Coast. The average person in this country right now does not have enough money to get on an airplane to fly from California to the East Coast if they wanted to go to a funeral.
Wow. That's the reality. And that's hard.
We shouldn't be like
Meanwhile, the Trump administration signed off on the top 1%, getting even a bigger tax break. So when they say tax break, that's translated to what? You still have to pay these bills, but if the top 1%'s not paying for it, who else is paying for it?
Oh, shit. The middle class.
Yeah, because the bottom don't pay.
No, they can't. They can't.
Right. So the plan is, until they reduce the population, the plan is to put everybody on welfare. Other countries are already doing it.
Yeah, like a sustainable living, a base pay for every citizen.
Right.
Well, that has to happen because of automation, too.
Okay, now that you... No, it doesn't have to happen. They're making it happen. And when you get that, are you going to get a check?
Oh, God, Mark. Mark, damn.
Are you gonna get a check?
Damn. Yes.
How are you going to be paid?
No, you're going to get the chip.
So, well, I don't know about chip, but I'm just saying it's going to all be electronic. So I do a radio show like this. They don't send me my electronic bill. I have no food, which means nobody's going to ever come on your radio show again because dissent means starve.
Damn.
There will be no fake news, as Trump says, because everybody will go along with the autocratic system because anybody who dissents, electronically, their funds will be cut off and they won't be able to survive.
Yeah. There's a war of attrition.
War of attrition. So anyway, I'm gonna go now because Kerry Washington. Yeah, I have to watch Scandal to motivate myself because after watching Scandal, after I binge watch 6 or 7 seasons of Scandal, then I go back and watch Django Unchained. You know why I watch Django Unchained?
Why, sir?
For 2 reasons. One, like Django said, let me get this right. I get to kill white people? What's on you? But secondly, Django Unchained is one of the few movies where Kerry Washington is actually with a brother.
Oh, stop.
Because she's always with a white boy, so I have to watch Scandal and see her kissing on all these white boys, and I have to clean that off by going and watch Django Unchained. Now, I don't have a problem with her being with white boys, because I don't care. I'm an equal opportunity slut, so I don't discriminate when it comes to women. I don't care. But I'm just saying, this cracks me up that she's never in TV shows or movies with a brother. Does it always have to be the opposite?
Apparently so.
But in Django Unchained, you know, they also show her naked as a jaybird. In the hothouse. Put her in the ass in the hothouse.
Well, Mark, before you go...
And by the way, I should say this to you. Why do you think they even allow a movie like Django Unchained up?
Yes. Why?
Why would they show you a movie about Nat Turner? Why is Birth of a Nation, which you could not find anywhere, was suddenly allowed to be back on the shelves in video stores after the Negro got elected?
Building up hype.
Because that all helps to foment the hatred and anger in this country and the fears of white folks who think they know how they treated the colored folks, and the colored folks are going to do the same thing to them.
Yes.
And when you look at a movie like Django Unchained, or some movie about Nat Turner, it's always showing, or Christopher Dorner is a Django Unchained. Or they show a black guy in Dallas killing a bunch of cops. Now, it doesn't matter the fact that white boys be killing cops left and right all over the country all year long. But as soon as they can find an incident where it's a black cop and a white cop, even who got killed by a black guy, oh my God. See, they're starting a civil war. First of all, colored folks only make up like 17% of the U.S. population. Okay?
Yes.
And a great chunk of those are already in prison or jail.
Right.
So we're really not a threat. But, you know, as soon as old Beauregard got in there, he no longer investigates all the skinheads, Nazi, and white supremacist groups in law enforcement. Now they're telling you that the #1 threat is second only to ISIS and the jihad is black extremists in the United States.
Yes. Yeah.
See, that's the part. Because, see, white America loves fear. So I never taught my children, I never let my children read bedtime stories that scared them before they went to bed. See, white folks grow up with that crap. So they've always got to have a boogeyman.
Right.
If it ain't communism, it's Muslim. If it ain't Muslim, it's the Negroes. If it ain't the Negroes, it's the Chicanos. It's got to be some boogeyman. They always got to keep you in fear so they can make you feel safe by having you go out and pay all this money to protect yourself from something that's not even there. Or if it's there, it was created by the same people who plans to make money off the fear they created.
Yes.
Order out of chaos.
That's it.
That's why you had Get Smart. You had chaos and control. We create the chaos. You demand we come in and make you feel safe. But when you do that, you give up your control to us.
Yes.
So all I'm telling you folks is while you sit here and bitch and moan and complain about number 47, folks say that I don't even know what number's in the White House. Is it 43? Is it 45? Is it 47? The point is, Donald Trump is related by blood to Hillary Clinton.
Right.
You don't decide who the president is. You never have and never will.
Yeah.
And when the population decides who they want, and it wasn't exactly the way they wanted it, then they bring in the electoral college.
Yep.
They stole the election in 2000 with Al Gore. They did it again in 2012. I'm sorry, in 2016 with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And when you see what's happening, very little in U.S. politics happens by accident. That's why they call it political science.
Yeah.
So while people are all getting all bent out of shape, you notice that they don't even talk anymore about the anonymous guy in the White House who says they keep Trump in line?
The QAnon guy?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh.
In the last month, there was somebody who did an editorial who says, don't worry about Trump because we're keeping him in line. And now, and then, you know, Bob Woodward's book came out with these people that were interviewed by Bob Woodward claiming that when Trump is old and senile and about to screw things up, they make sure that he doesn't sign something that's going to get us into more trouble.
Wow.
Wow. What I'm trying to say to you is, when that kind of stuff comes out, if you notice, every week you're hit with something else. They don't talk about something that they act like it's going to be the end of the world this week. By next week, you don't even hear them talking about it next year. It's another news cycle. Damn. Every moment of the day now, you're being hit with what's called breaking news.
Yeah.
That's called psychological warfare, folks. It keeps people in constant fear. It keeps people in constant, gotta keep my I've never even owned a smartphone. I've never owned an iPad. I've never owned an iPhone. All you folks are, by the way, only because of Hurricane Florence, you all didn't get that nice message yesterday from the White House letting you know they have access to all of your damn smart devices.
Damn.
They were afraid that too many, since the U.S. population is too dumb, instead of getting them all stressed out over Hurricane Florence, they're going to do that test from the White House next month.
Damn.
You realize today is the last day of summer, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Americans think the last day of summer is Labor Day. But then they think Christmas is December 25th, so what can I say?
Well, that is the shortest day of the year, the winter solstice.
That's around like the 21st of December.
Well, I don't watch television, and I don't have cable or satellite, so is it true? Did my girlfriend win an Emmy Award on Monday night?
There was an Emmy Award on Monday?
You don't watch TV?
No.
Did Tandy Newton win?
I don't know. I don't watch the Emmys. I don't even watch TV unless I'm watching like college football.
Did Tammy Newton win the Emmys, guys, out there in the chat world?
She played on Westworld. The one where all the robots are acting like human beings. That's
disgusting as well. You know, I'm going to go for the record. Guys, you have to have sex with women, period. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you don't get in an argument with a robot.
Oh, stop it, man. But you don't
She never says no.
Oh, that's disgusting.
She never bleeds.
Come on, man.
And she's available and ready anytime you need it.
Y'all need to quit. No,
she'll go fishing with me.
You won't talk too much.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Y'all sick.
We never argue.
And she loves every bone in your body, no matter what.
She's like a human puppy. She always forgives you, no matter how much you beat her ass. She always comes back wagging her tail.
She won't complain about you slapping her butt too hard.
But she can never give you guys what you need, and that's babies. We all need a litter.
Who wants to have a damn crumb snatcher in this damn economy?
Will you stop, man? It's
Oh,
about.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say crumb snatcher.
Yeah.
Did I say carpet crawler, curtain crawler?
Yeah, Clint. It's about
Yard ape?
It's about
Yard ape, that's a better one. Yard ape is a better one.
Yard ape. It's about.
You the ones calling them kids.
Listen, okay.
They're not kids. They're no
children.
to my
They are
family.
children. They're children. You need children for your DNA song to continue to sing on after you die.
That just shows your vanity. You want to have children so somebody with your name is still around after you're gone.
No, well, not just my name, but my DNA, my body.
Why? Who cares about your DNA?
I do. I care. You know, I've been here for millions
You're
of
dead.
years.
What does it matter? You're dead. You don't know what...
Because, man, it took millions of years for this conversation to happen right now. Millions of years of people having sex and making babies so you will be
There
born.
are plenty of women out there who are having 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 children. They don't need me to have any.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And you too, Dimebag. I'm tired of guys slipping by with just 1 or 2 kids. That's unacceptable now. You guys have to have a bare minimum of 4 kids.
And nobody trying to have no truck wagon full of
kids. This is why you get the robot. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for a cheap amount of money and she will do whatever you want?
Yeah, but that's disgusting milk. You want that natural milk from mammary glands from a human, from a woman.
You can put her ass right back in the closet and go about your business.
You can get a damn robot that has mammary glands. You tell them what you want, they'll give it to you.
No, it's not real. You need a real flesh and blood female.
There is no real anymore. The real went out when you folks allowed virtual reality to come into your world.
Oh, gosh.
You don't know what's real anymore. You can't even trust what you see in a photograph.
Nope.
Thanks to Photoshop.
You can't trust what you damn sure can't trust what you see in a film.
Damn.
There ain't no reality. They have the ability now to do holographic images in the sky.
And we all seen Tupac on stage with the hologram. We all seen it.
Michael Jackson, too.
Yep.
That is the tragedy.
They showed you, but long before that. When was the first time they even hinted to that to you?
Well, in my research, it was 1967 that they were able to manipulate basically.
No, but I'm saying, when did they show it to you?
Oh, it was what, 2004, 2005?
Nope.
When was it?
Go back to Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole.
Oh!
Unforgivable in that video.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It was a hologram.
Oh, my gosh. You know, I'm so sick of this damn breakaway civilization.
You brought up Wizard. Wizard is a cartoon that was made in the early 90s, and everything in Wizard showed you what was going to happen in the Gulf War. Actually, not 90s. That movie came out in the 80s.
Or the 70s, 77.
Oh, well, there you go. Even worse. So that movie came out in 77, and if you watch that movie, you see the Gulf War from 91.
That's sad.
Including the damn German Nazi symbols on the vehicle.
Yes. And that right there is verifiable. I just saw it today. I've been watching. I've watched it a total of 2 times since me and Mark last talked. And I'm like, oh my God. You know, the president.
In Wizards, they call it technology versus religion.
Yes.
And in the Gulf War, Saddam Hussein called it technology versus Allah.
Mm. Damn. Yep. Damn.
This whole administration right now is nothing but a reality show. You can go back and watch the first season of Scandal where they specifically mentioned Trump several times, and they mentioned a Supreme Court justice as being nominated, but there's a sex scandal from his past.
You know, Mark, Murders in the chat room wanted me to ask you, did J.P. Morgan sink the Titanic?
I don't know.
There you go, guys.
But I will say it's interesting you mentioned that because things have changed a lot now, and things have become so complicated because there's so many mergers.
Yeah.
But at least I know, at least up until the Clinton administration, the Morgan family owned the Marine Corps, the Rockefeller family owned the Navy,
yeah.
The Mellon family owned the Air Force, the DuPont family owned the Army, and the Giannini family owned the Coast Guard. Giannini is Bank of America. They're not Bank of America, they're Bank of Italy.
Oh, God. A fascist fucking bank.
You sound surprised because capitalism is pretty much fascism, because what you're having now is corporations taking over government agencies. When things become privatized and your government is run by a corporation, that's the literal definition of fascism.
But, okay, guys, but we got to ring it in.
Mussolini coined that term fascism. The train will keep running.
This is America. This is the land of freedom.
This is not America. This is the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
America is everything from the top of North America to the bottom of South America.
That is true. This is the United States. But we're about freedom. We're about liberty.
You are?
And we're about justice.
When the hell? Let me explain. Let me ask you a question, okay? When slavery ended, all they did with free slavery was prison inmates. So where's freedom? Who the hell's been free?
It has never been realized. I will concede that point.
Because up until Vietnam War, you had a draft in this country, so you were not even free. They could call your ass and make you go serve in a country you never couldn't fight on a map.
Yep.
So, and women didn't get the right to vote until about 100 years ago.
Okay.
This is freedom you keep talking about. Who is free?
Okay, the ideal. I'm talking about.
Do you own a house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, don't pay that property tax and see how long you own it.
I don't. Okay, yes. In that respect, I don't.
Then you don't own it. Do you own a car?
Yes, sir.
Don't pay that registration and see how long you own it. You don't own shit. You've been allowed to borrow it, and it can be taken from you anytime they want.
Yes.
See, this is the world you've been led to believe. There's no freedom. And that's why the U.S. is such an anomaly, because, see, we've been led to believe in our country we have rights and freedom. See, the rest of the world, they don't live this way.
But we
and for us to get online with the New World Order, we got to join the rest of the world.
No, but see, Mark, that's where. Listen, we do have it, but collective.
You do?
But
you got freedom. Hey, you got freedom to come on this radio and talk shit, and then tomorrow no wonder why you lost your job.
Oh, you know it, yeah. But
better yet, you got freedom to come on here, and then tomorrow wonder why Facebook got you permanently banned.
Oh, you're right. And that's where it's from.
What freedom do you really have?
When you put it in words like you're putting it in, we don't have much.
You can't even.
All right, but we do have it.
You can't even stop your children from being immunized.
Mark, come on now.
I live in California, where they call it a liberal state, and I'm not even allowed to know on the label whether there's all kinds of chemicals in my milk or not.
No.
That way, when you go in the store, you can't even make a conscious decision on buying the food that doesn't have all the chemicals in it or the growth hormones, because they passed a law here where you can't even put that on the label. So you can't even make a conscious choice to buy something that's good for you.
It's like they're here, Mark.
Okay, well, I see what you guys are saying.
So I'm gonna make this real simple. I'm gonna start this all over again. What freedom do you have?
You have the freedom to obey the laws or not. That's it.
And that's why you saw all these dumbasses wearing T-shirts. Obey.
Oh.
You got people already now putting barcodes on their bodies like it's a joke or something. And you got companies requiring employees now to have barcodes.
Yes, you do.
Yep.
In Silicon Valley.
It was a company in Illinois that chipped half their workers.
That's so inhuman.
And when you watch the video of it, Mark, they seemed like they were just so giddy and like
they're getting paid. They're getting fucking paid, man.
That's because the generations today have been born in a world where they're used to seeing TV cameras in their corner, and they don't know what privacy is. And they put all their personal family business on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And stop doing that, guys. We don't need to see what you're eating.
So I ask you again. Oh, and then you had other commercials like, just do it. Don't worry about the consequence. Just do it.
Just do it. Oh, God.
So I want to ask you again, what freedoms do you have?
We have the freedom of speech, at least.
You do?
That's one thing I can say
You can say what you want to say, but there's consequences behind that.
We do
there you go. Yeah, you have the freedom, like I said, you got the freedom to say what you want on this radio and lose your job tomorrow. You got the freedom to say whatever you want in public and get your ass in jail. I went on Facebook today. I posted something on Facebook today, and I'm like, damn, I better take that off.
You better. Listen. All right, you got the freedom to work.
I wasn't making any threats or anything. In fact, all I said was, when the Civil War starts, I hope that house nigga is the first one they hang. Oh. But I took that off.
Oh, my God.
Because I had him by name, so I took that whole thing down. I'm like, let me get that off of there.
Oh, my God. Listen, guys. We got to reel it in. All right? America, the ideal, is beautiful. I will agree. I will concede. You guys are both right. It hasn't been implemented.
Beautiful for whites with money.
Well, like I said, it hasn't been implemented right.
Whites don't benefit.
Once again, it hasn't been implemented correctly. But
correctly? It's been implemented correctly for Trump's family? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about for all of our families.
You think Obama would have been president if his wife had naked photographs on the internet?
Absolutely not. We know he would not. All right? And for the record, Michelle Obama is a beautiful woman. She is a beautiful woman.
It was implemented fine for whites with money.
But Mark, we can't really, if we go down that road, it leads to a very dark place. All right?
Why got to be dark? See, you even programmed that everything bad and evil has got to be dark.
That's the English language. I'm limited to the words I can use to articulate the.
And that's how they program us.
Yes. Yes. You're absolutely right.
I say, I'm going to write it down in my little white book.
No, you didn't.
But I get called the radical.
You are a radical.
Both
of you guys are.
You jump from the fire into the damn white frying pan.
Oh, God. The thing is, guys.
Yes?
The America is all we know. It's all we got right now. We have to fix
this. This is the United States of America, but go ahead.
Yeah, this is all we have. The United States of America. And we have to fix this. Like South Africa is fixing their country. And
South Africa is fixing their country?
Yes, sir.
When did Mandela become president?
Back in 1996, I believe.
Let me ask you a question. Do you really think a Negro in prison goes from being a prison inmate to becoming president?
I want to believe yes.
Oh, that's right. You've been reading them fairy tales to your test guy. You read them down.
Stop.
Daddy, read me another story before I go to bed. Come on, man. You don't go from being no inmate to being president. First of all, if you're an inmate, you got a felony conviction, so he shouldn't even be qualified to be president.
True.
I'm just saying, everybody sits there and go and they marvel. I'm like, come on, Mandela became president after he was told exactly what he's going to do as president.
So you say he was a Manchurian candidate?
I say this to you because when Mandela took over, 92% of the land, the great farming land, who owned the land?
The Afrikaners, the Boers.
And now it's 2018, and 83% of the land, who owns the land?
The Afrikaners and Boers.
So now we're talking 22 years later, and South Africa is now really coming online? Come on, dude. Mandela's dead and they still haven't come online.
But
and then you got guys like Alex Jones spreading all this propaganda that blacks are making the Afrikaners give up all their land.
Yes, that's lies. Lies and rubbish. That's straight up lies and rubbish.
Because that's what whites want to believe. They don't verify it. They don't go check it out.
We have to get to a better place, Mark. We have to get to a better place. I mean...
Okay, kumbaya.
Oh, stop it. I get it. Yes, I know I'm very empathetic.
See, when I say this stuff, the stuff that you say, Mark, when I say this stuff to him, I get called radical and all kind of stuff. So I'm just sitting here just enjoying.
Well, let me say, how many gentlemen are in that room right now?
Right now,
it's just two of us, but your fans, they're listening.
Okay, there's 24.
All of you in that room,
26.
Who saw the movie Black Klansman?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
Well, there you go. So even when a colored boy makes a movie, y'all don't even support colored boy movies.
Oh, God, man.
Boy, the last time I've been to a movie was when Scary Movie 2 came out.
Yeah, because that's relevant for colored people.
Damn.
White America lives in scary movie world. They always gotta have a boogeyman. I don't watch that bullshit. I don't need no horror movie because I knew what it was like when the sun went down to be in my grandmother's house because I had to worry about the Klan hanging my ass.
Oh,
if I want a scary movie, I just open the curtains. I don't need to go to no Hollywood movie and spend $40 on popcorn and Coke to see a movie.
But it's like,
so while they're talking all this crap about jihad and ISIS and all that, I don't remember no ISIS or jihad chasing my ass in South Carolina. I saw white people chasing my ass.
oh shit.
Now, I don't know how many of you have had jihad and ISIS chasing you in your neighborhood, but chances are you probably heard shots fired. You probably heard shots fired in your neighborhood, and it looked like somebody who looked just like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we kill where we live, guys. If I was Asian, I would be killing Asians. If I was Caucasian, be killing Caucasian. You kill where you live.
I love that. And who's the darkest Caucasian on the planet?
Wesley Snipes.
Ethiopians and Somalis.
Not bad.
Because Europeans decide what we're going to call us.
Yes.
I like it when the U.S. invaded Somalia, they called it Southwest Asia. I'm like, what?
Southwest Asia.
Well, you guys use that term Middle East. There's no such thing as Middle East. It's Africa.
Right.
Just because you build some Suez Canal and break off that part of the continent don't mean it's no longer Africa.
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying. So even when you look at the names and titles we use for stuff, man, it's all bullshit.
Yes. African conscriptus was the one that so-called conquered North Africa for the Roman Empire. That's why we call the continent Achaemenid, which was once called Agun, Africa. You know, we have a whole history behind the continent that doesn't involve Latin people. And what I mean by Latin people...
We talked about the mob earlier. Now, of course, you have lots of mobs and mafia, but what mafia is depicted in television in Hollywood more than any other?
The Italian mafia, the Sicilian.
No.
What?
The Sicilians.
Yeah.
Because they're niggers.
Oh, but...
You don't even realize it. Those are the niggers of Italy.
Oh, God.
Because the Moors conquered them, and they figured that the Moors raped all the white women in Sicily. So that right there is what you don't realize. That's why there's a division between Sicilians and Italians in this country.
Oh, yeah. Because of the...
No, I'm serious.
You know...
They got that darker olive skin.
Oh, God. You know what?
I'm telling you, man.
Well, fuck me up. The last time we talked, you said the Nazis
and by the way, the same thing's true in the Philippines, by the way. There's a major war going on in the Philippines right now, and it involves people who they consider had been dominated by the Moors. And the predominant population, guess what religion they are?
Christian. Or no, Muslims.
No.
In the Philippines, they're Muslims.
There you go.
Yes, sir. But you know what? Look at the president of the Philippines. He was molested by the Catholics up there in the school when he was a boy. Him and all of his classmates. That's why he's so angry. You know what I mean? Listen, these Catholics missionaries go around butt fucking cheap raping these boys. It has a consequence. Women and children should never be fucking victimized. As a man, I don't care who you are, what race you are, you have an obligation to stand up for your women and your fucking children, period.
So I have a question for you. How old should a girl be before you should be allowed to marry her?
18.
Well, there's 32 states in this country where a 14-year-old girl can get married.
That's sick. That's wrong. I'll be perfectly...
No, I'm just telling you, that's how schizophrenic society is. While they talk that crap, the fact is, 32 states in this country, you can get married at 14.
That's disgusting, though.
Well, you saying it's disgusting. Do you remember Beverly Hillbillies?
Oh, Ellie Mae Clampett died today. Yeah.
Well, she was 18, and they called her an old maid because she wasn't married yet.
Well, but
whoa. This was a popular show on TV, and she was called an old maid because she wasn't married yet, and she was 18.
But that's because that stereotypist trope for poor whites. That's what that is.
Poor whites, they were Beverly Hillbillies. They were rich.
Well, at that time, but they came from poor stock.
Oh, so only poor people got married when they were young.
Well, yeah, that's the typical.
So when I watch Games of Thrones, all these royal families, and they're 14 years old getting married, they must be poor.
Well, no, that's a different time stream.
When I look at Princess Di, who was only 16 years old, but she was already a slut, never graduated high school, and then she steals her sister's boyfriend, who's Prince Charles.
Stop, man. You're so...
So I guess, you know, wait a minute, she wasn't 18, so what are we saying about that royal family? Oh, they must have been poor white trash, huh?
Oh, stop. Just stop.
No, but I'm sorry, because she marries Prince Charles now. All of a sudden, we're supposed to worship the ground she walks on, because now she's not a slut anymore, because now she's legitimate. Never graduated high school, never went past the 9th grade, pretty much. Dumb as a doorknob, but she knows how to polish a doorknob, so, you know. And now we praise her like she's some great thing. And then when even while she's still married, somebody's saying, well, I don't know, that don't look like Charles' son to me. And then after they break up, well, wait a minute, I think she might be carrying some Muslims, baby. We can't have that.
Oh, you quit.
She had that golden ticket in between them legs.
It's okay, though, because when she was 15, she wasn't poor white trash, but I don't hear you holding her to the same standard as you talking to Ellie Mae. What you talking about, man?
When you broke that down, you're absolutely right. I wasn't holding her. What you said there was horrible and sick. Seriously.
The only difference between poor white trash and people with money, poor white trash has the baby. People with money can go to Europe. If abortion is illegal in this country, they just go see their doctor in Europe.
Oh, God.
Or they go up north to a boarding school, give the baby to that Catholic missionary.
Oh, dude.
That's where all your nuns come from.
Dude.
So these little boys that get molested in those schools, these Catholic priests already don't care about them or think that they're human beings because they were dumped off to the Catholic Church by a unwed pregnant teenager.
Oh, God, that's sick. That's so sick.
Wait a minute, am I making this up?
No, you're not, sir. No, you're not. I wish you was. God, I wish you was. Damn it.
So I'm just saying, we live in a schizophrenic society. Because on the one hand, we'll sit here and talk about a girl be 18 before she gets married.
Yes, sir.
But at the same time, we got 32 states that say there are some states in this country there's no number at all on how young she could be and still get married.
That's wrong.
And that's the way they want it.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. You 18. Let her be mentally mature before you want to make a family with her.
Mentally mature. You know what I tell 18-year-old girls?
What?
They should be dating a guy who's 28 because guys are stupid and girls are smarter than guys. So an 18-year-old girl should be dating a 28-year-old guy.
But no.
Yeah. You know damn well 18-year-old boys ain't equal to no 18-year-old girl.
Yeah, but I don't want no 28-year-old motherfucker picking up my 18-year-old daughter. Fuck that.
Okay, then take your ass down to Alabama where it'll be some 46-year-old guy like the one who were trying to get elected.
Stop, man.
Lock down, get your ego on.
Stop, dude. No. Listen, guys.
All right, let me ask you a question, okay? Who's the vice president?
Pence. Michael Pence.
And do you realize in the evangelical movement, they actually have organizations that teach parents to marry off their 14-year-old daughters to men who are like 30 years old.
Okay. That what Mark just said, guys, is true.
Yes or no? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, sir.
And you have heard of Mormons, right?
Yeah. But they're not mainstream. That's not.
So if they have all these laws in the book, how come Mormons aren't all in prison? How come you ain't calling the Mormons perverts? What's the difference between a Mormon with a girl who's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old in the same house, but you're going to talk about the Catholic Church?
Well, the Catholic Church, for one, they're fucking boys, all right? And I know this is horrible.
So that's what it is. It's okay to fuck young girls, but not fuck young boys.
No.
I see.
No.
Oh, here we go, folks. Now the truth comes out.
No, listen, guys. It's not okay to fuck young girls. It's not. You know?
Do you ever hear about young girls in the Catholic Church being raped?
No.
Exactly, and that's why I'm trying to explain this to you, okay? Because young girls get raped in the Catholic Church just like young boys do, but you only hear about it when it's the young boys who they play off on that anti-homosexual thing.
Oh, God.
But I'm just telling you, man.
Now, what you just said is horrible, though, Mark. Now, you know, you just doubled
I
the
don't
fucking
care about
misery.
awful. I'm just dealing in reality. I'm not making any judgment here. I'm just saying the fact is, while folks say wait till 18 to get married, the fact is you got states in this country, as I'm speaking to you right now, that have no number specific when it comes to how young a girl can be to get married.
That's bullshit. That's
well,
bullshit.
what you're saying is bullshit. It's the law and books.
Fuck that. This is moral issue.
So now you playing God and making your own law.
No, I'm not.
You sound like Pops.
No, this is moral. You don't you don't have sex with little kids. That's wrong.
Oh, well, let me tell you something about little kids. You take your ass to these other countries and 12 or 14-year-olds will kill your ass if they're in the army in those countries.
I know the child soldiers, and that's a horrible situation as well, but I'm talking here in the first world country of the United States of America. It's first world. This United States.
And who decides do you hear the terms you're using? Once again, Europeans decide what's the first world, the third world. They don't ever tell you what the second world is.
No, but I have to disagree. The reason why we're first world.
I'm sorry, did I just say something that wasn't true? Where'd you even get that term first world from?
Well, where
other people decide that term for us.
Absolutely.
And then we repeat it.
But it's true,
and if you look at the United States, and I'm serious here, if you look at the United States, we are number one.
Yeah.
We don't rank number one on any fucking list on the planet except for one. You know on one list we rank number one?
Mass incarceration.
We have more spending on the military than something like the other top 20 countries combined.
Right.
We're not number one in education. Well, we're not number one in medical care.
Well,
all the things that people would want to have to make their lives a better way of life. We're not number one.
But
we're part of the first world. What's first world? Oh, because Europeans said it, so it's got to be true. So we say it.
Mark, we had a conversation earlier today, and everything you just said, I told.
Yeah, but you're around.
I told him earlier today. And you just came out the same as
radical.
Let's get this straight, guys.
You know it.
You guys are wrong because you guys we are number one, dude. I don't care what anyone says. America is number one. We got the best military.
Killing people?
No,
we overthrowing countries.
We have dude. We got brilliant people here.
We do.
We got
what happened in Vietnam? Why are we still in Afghanistan?
Because
in fact, name me a country we went to war with that we're not still there.
Okay, let me explain this, guys.
Name me a country we have gone to war with, but we're not still there.
You need to name that country.
Germany. We're not
still there.
No, we got big installations.
All right. You guys want to be okay? You guys want to go down here this road? All right.
No, you're the one that said it.
I'm just saying.
We had a bunch of guys wearing pajamas whip our ass in Vietnam. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because our soldiers were being held back by our weak ass fucking.
Held back? These motherfuckers don't even have no technology, man. Bunch of guys with bamboo shoots and pajamas whipping our ass in straw hats.
Because we had laws that we had to follow by. You know, our soldiers just can't go out killing
anybody. What are you talking about?
We can't go out killing just anybody. We had laws saying that you got to shoot
out. What the fuck were you doing there in the first place?
We were there to get the rubber off the trees. We were there to free.
That justifies us being there.
No,
it wasn't our rubber anyway. It was Mitchell and Tire. French got the rubber there.
Well, we were there to free the people of Vietnam. All right.
What? Free them from whom?
The evil communists. You know. Come on now. The evil communists and socialist scum. All right.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well, you make a good John Birch Society member.
Oh, stop! Please stop.
Because everybody who disagrees is a communist.
Please, I'm just. I'm just trying.
I'm glad you said everything you said.
Please
Mark.
quit, man.
I'm so glad.
This ain't a vindication of our conversation.
Okay, serious right here, right now. I want you right now in less than 15 seconds. Don't try to look it up or anything. Define for me right now, what is a liberal?
A liberal is a person that would take your money and give to degenerates that don't have no fucking ambition in life, just to ensure that you remain poor.
I didn't ask you what a liberal would do. I said, what is a liberal?
Oh.
Give me the definition of the word liberal.
Basically, someone who's like would take...
Give me the definition for the word conservative.
Well, conservatives...
You can't do it, dude. And that's my thing. They throw these terms out, people get in a fight over it, and when you actually ask them the definition, they can't even define the word. That's how fucked up this society is.
But that's by design, though. Can't we agree on that? That's by design?
I don't care whether it's by design or not. My point is, so now that I've said that, define communism.
Well, is there atheists? Scumbags.
Oh. So everybody who's an atheist scumbag is a communist?
Well, typically, yeah.
I'm sorry?
I mean, typically, yeah. I'm not...
So everybody who's an atheist scumbag is a communist.
Well, yeah, they want fucking goodies. They want fucking this kumbaya shit that would never ever happen.
I'm gonna help you out here. Now, every communist may be an atheist, but does that make every atheist a communist?
No, not necessarily.
But that's what you just said.
Yeah. Don't you agree, dude?
In other words, what I'm trying to say is we get wrapped around these labels because that's how you dehumanize people.
Yes, I will admit to that. And that leads
to you admit to that. Hey, we're getting somewhere here. But I'm a radical. Don't worry about me. I'm a radical.
You quit.
What I'm just saying is it's amazing how people go to war in another country because they're fighting communism, but they don't even know what the word communism means.
But communism is not good for our mindset. It means that...
What does that have to do with our country? They weren't trying to fuck with us.
Well...
Why can't they do with their country what the hell they want?
Because...
Would you like somebody coming over here and attacking us because they don't like Trump in the White House?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, but we can go invade some country over there because they got rubber plantations. Oh, okay. I get it.
It's not that simple, folks.
But that's what you just said.
I'm just saying that, listen.
You said we are number one. We are the greatest. And I'm asking you, what are we the greatest at? And then you had to bring up this military crap, so I just reminded you we got our ass whipped by a bunch of guys in pajamas.
But that's all because we were held back by our political...
Held back? And I asked you, what the hell were you doing there in the first place?
We were there to free the people. You know, from communism, kind of.
Oh, okay. And they asked you to come free them from communism.
Well, they're propaganda.
First of all, do you know what the majority of the population in that country was before we went over there and fucked it up?
French.
They were Buddhists. Buddhist is a religion. Therefore, they couldn't be fucking communists.
Oh. Oh, my God.
That just blew your theory out the water right there.
That's horrible.
I'm glad you came on today, Mark. That's all I got to say.
Somebody interrupted me while I was touching myself watching Kerry Washington. What the hell are you talking about? Come on. I touch myself. I want you to know. I don't want anybody else.
You're painting a horrible picture.
Do I touch myself? Oh.
You're painting a horrible picture of what America is supposed to be standing for, though, bro.
So I was having a flashback of being a wannabe white American again. Forgive me.
You quit.
So I'm just saying, why you say we went over there to fight communism,
yeah.
The majority of the people, that's why you saw Buddhist monks setting themselves on fire.
Oh, my... I can't talk about the Buddhists because
obviously we went over there because the Chinese was trying to take over, the communist Chinese were trying to take over Vietnam, right?
Right.
The Vietnamese and the Vietnamese don't even like the Chinese.
Why?
So the communists, there were no Chinese communists in Vietnam.
Well, they were in Korea, right up the street from there.
Were?
Yeah.
Before or after we went over there?
Well, of course, after we went over there, they...
Oh! You know, so we went over there to stop them, but they didn't get there until we got there. Okay.
Oh, my God, bro. You know, I'm sorry, guys. I hope y'all understand. You know,
Mark
Listen.
killing him softly.
No, just have a little faith in what I'm saying, guys. It does pan out in the end. Listen, all right.
I'm gonna make this simple for you. You show me a country the United States invades, and I will show you a country that the population is either not white or not so-called Christian.
Oh God. Well,
anything else is bullshit.
Grenada.
They're not white. Oh, I'm sorry, you wouldn't know that, huh?
Well, stop it. We did attack Germany.
We didn't attack. We never declared war on Germany.
What? During World War II, we had. Oh, okay, I got you. Because of their pact with Japan, we didn't have.
Thank you very much.
Okay. But.
And then we brought them all over here.
Will you stop with the Operation Paperclip?
That ain't the only operation. In 1994, more than 40% of the U.S. population bragged about being of German descent.
Damn. Well, I can't really speak on that, all right?
I got a question for you, Mark. What do you...
No. Name me a country that we've invaded that wasn't either... Majority of the population was either not white or not so-called Christian.
Bosnia. 1994. We
didn't invade Bosnia.
Yes, we did. We went in there with NATO to protect the Serbs.
Bosnia has a large Muslim population. When the Soviet Union collapsed, the Christians and the Muslims went back to fight each other.
Okay.
Under communism, and really, Russia's wasn't even communist back then. Remember, they called it Soviet Republic, which was socialism, USSR.
Yeah.
So they weren't even communist back then. But when you have a common enemy, the Muslims and the damn Christians say, well, screw these guys, let's fight together. But once the damn Soviet Union collapsed, as they called it, the Muslims and the Christians went back to fighting each other.
All right, well, I got one.
And we didn't, you want to know why we went into Bosnia?
Why?
Because the heroin was no longer coming down the Danube River. After we left, the heroin was flowing down the Danube River again.
Man, stop making us sound like a bunch of heroin peddlers. Antarctica. We got bases on Antarctica. Nobody down there to fuck with, but we invaded that.
Who invented heroin?
It was a German physicist, or
Bayer Aspirin, which now owns Monsanto.
Oh,
I live I live probably 5 minutes away from the old Monsanto Science Corporation division. It's got the bear signs all over it.
So do you have 4 balls?
Excuse me?
Do you have only 2 balls or 4? Because I would imagine living that close, there's probably all kind of genetic defects in your body. Some of that DNA you want to spread and leave on the planet.
It's a corporate office. They just do the paperwork there.
Big how? Listen, guys.
You got 88 on your damn car too, don't you?
Oh, quit it. Quit it, man.
Everybody go out and buy an Oldsmobile 88.
He's a pit bull.
Right here in the United States, they throw that shit right in your face and nobody asks, why would they have an Oldsmobile 88?
We know why, but
you know, you have commercials that go, I like the Sprite in you, and they don't even know what the word Sprite means.
Disemboweled spirit.
Well, you'll be buying Christmas toys on the 25th in heaven, having your children sitting on some white Catholic boy's perverted lap in the mall.
Please stop. Please stop.
The Sprite, Teutonic Sprite.
Oh my God. Listen, guys. No matter
you
what.
probably eat Lucky Charms too, because they're magically delicious.
Quit it.
Hey, Mark, what do you think? Hey, Mark, what do you
think? I got some little banshee bastards around here all the time. See, the great thing about living alone, I know where I put everything. So I know damn well when I can't find something, these little bastards are hiding stuff, because my grandmother used to say the devil hide it to make you sin.
Oh, God.
Mark, I got a question for you. What do you think about, what's your opinion on the white population in this country not being able to reproduce itself?
Well, I don't know if that's true. It's just that they, most of the time, generally speaking, depending on the educational level and the economic stability of the family, they choose work over having children.
Right.
And then when you wait later in life to have a child, it's more difficult for a woman to have a child, or the man, his sperm now is having defects in it. So it's not a matter of them not being able to have children. They choose not to have children. While brown people are supporting the Catholic Church and having babies, white folks are on the pill but call themselves Catholic.
Wow.
You can't put some girl on the pill at the age of 12, then all of a sudden when she's 35 and now she wants to have a baby and expect her body all of a sudden to go, okay, let's have a baby.
Right. Right.
So it's not a matter of not being able to have it. People make choices.
It impacts them in a negative way.
Let some women, you just look at them to get pregnant, man.
Yeah. But that's why I want to segue into, because we have to start having more babies on Earth.
What?
Yes, we have to have more babies on Earth to ensure that humanity goes towards
the millennial generation.
Man, I ain't tripping on them. I'm talking about everybody needs to be fucking and having babies.
That's what I'm talking about. The millennial generation
is just having a child based on the fact that you can afford to have a child, or you just having a child so you can spread your DNA out there because you're so vain?
I think
stop it. That's a setup question. That's a setup question. Because
you are no different than the evangelicals like Mike Pence, who says, "Oh, by the way, do you have any daughters?"
You quit, man. No.
Do you have any daughters?
Yes, I have 3.
So if your daughter gets raped, she has to have that baby because God intended for her to get pregnant.
Stop it, Mark. Now you stop.
That's what Mike Pence says. And when you get this boy Kavanaugh on the Supreme Court, that's what he's going to rule on.
Yep, because it's all his plan.
The Heritage Foundation. All right. Now listen, guys. You know, I mean,
and Alec.
A lot of things.
There's a whole bunch of them. Heritage Foundation, Alec. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm just saying that's their mentality. Now they don't have a problem for stopping you from killing the baby. But once the child's born, they won't help you raise the baby.
Well, we do have food stamps, some WIC, and
food stamps. Do you hear yourself? Oh, by the way, most of those programs are being cut out, so they won't have food stamps.
Okay.
But
we still hold on, guys. We still have to have faith in humanity.
We do?
Yes. Someone will rise up. Because
the intellectual elite believe the only people that you should reproduce are the ones who are the intellectual elite.
Yes, and that's what I'm totally against.
Everybody else, eradicate them.
Yeah.
Useless eaters.
Yes. Those elites are the ones that are killing humanity as a whole. And when we face
useless eaters. We don't need you now. We got AI.
No, we do need human. We do need human.
What?
Yes.
The robots are smarter. Longer,
the robot,
more reliable. Don't ever take a sick day.
No.
Don't want vacation time. Don't work overtime and don't complain about it. What the fuck I need you for?
Because a robot cannot go in your house and do drywall. A robot can't.
Bullshit.
You know.
I don't know what world you living in.
I'm just saying.
You go over to Japan and you got damn robots doing everything a human being can do.
Well, and that's part of the reason why their population can't reproduce.
Yeah, because they fucking with these robots and doing all this sick, twisted shit. Listen, man, there is only
can't reproduce, or they choose not to reproduce.
I think they choose not to because of the.
Well, that's not what he said, though. He made it sound like they're unable to.
Because they're preoccupied with this stupid shit. We gotta get back to the human.
Well, look at your mind. First, you said that they can't do the damn inside the walls. I tell you they can. Then you're gonna go switch it to something else. I'm telling you, they don't need humans anymore.
But they do. They do.
I said more than 40 years ago. Please just give me 15 minutes in the room with all the launch signals for the missiles. I'd launch every one of those damn.
Oh
missiles.
God, no. God, no.
Let's start this whole ball of confusion all over again.
No, we already done that. It don't work. We have
but we all learned, so we got to do it again.
But we have to fix.
You saw the Matrix.
We have to fix what we got going now. Is what I'm screaming. We fix it.
Let's finish this ride while we're still enjoying it. I don't want to be all miserable, sea of contaminated muck when they decide to finally finish it.
No,
I don't want to wait till them dumbasses in Israel cause that war against all Muslim nations by messing with the rock in the temple.
Oh God, no! Why did you mention that?
I don't want to be around for the gnashing of the teeth.
Stop it, man!
You talk about all these children. You better read your Bible, because woe to the women with children being born in that time period.
Stop, Mark. Stop. Just stop.
There'll be a lot of suffering. The last thing you want to... Hey, look at all these refugees trying to come across there. When they do make it here, we take their babies from them.
Yep.
I
Now,
can't.
when you read about what happened in Nazi Germany, the same thing is going on right now, and nobody's talking about it.
But that's because people are scared.
But when you start off by saying, but, that's a problem right there.
People are scared, man.
They should be scared. Look who you got in the White House. Because if Trump goes, you're going to have Pence.
Yes.
That boy is serious.
Yes.
To Trump, this is a joke. Pence is an ideologue.
Oh, my God. People are scared.
I love HDTV because when I look at him, he doesn't even look human. He looks like an insect.
Stop.
I'm serious.
Look, we can change the tide.
Chalky, melanin challenge, white skin with them eyes. He looks like an alien, man.
We can change this though, Mark. If we unite.
Oh yeah, we can change the system.
We can.
You know how you change the system? Everybody needs to keep fucking everybody, and there won't be no individual ethnicity. We will all be the same ethnicity.
Well, there's people against that.
I don't even use that term, race.
There's people against that. They use the Bible to justify the races being separate. So
the government want us to interbreed so they can phase people that look like us three out.
No, we're the dominant.
The only thing that's slowing them down is white males and black women.
What do you mean?
Because they don't want black males sleeping with white women, but they prefer black females to sleep with white men to eliminate people that look like us. They can't go around rounding us up like they did in Nazi
black
Germany.
woman, black child. White man, black woman, black child.
Yes.
Black man, white woman, black child.
Yes. So
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. They don't want to sleep with
them. They're kicking ass.
Yes. They don't want no interbreeding. That's why you got to be suspicious when whoever's talking about let's keep the races separate, because that only empowers the people
There's no such thing as races. There's only one race, and that's human.
Yes.
This is how you see. These are the words they use to divide you.
Yes.
In the past, you were identified by the country you came from.
Right.
All of a sudden, now you're identified by a hue, because first of all, black's not even a color. That's a shade. White's not a color, that's a shade.
Yeah.
And very few people that you call black are actually black. They're usually some shade of brown.
Right.
And white folks are pink and whatever else. But, we use these terms. They're not even a correct term to describe people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Jane Bangalore told us this.
And that's reality. Art tells you this. Black and white are tints, or hues. Colors are the greens, the blues, the reds, the yellows. That's color.
Up until the early 1900s, Italians and Irish were getting lynched because they were called niggers.
Wow.
When they learned to say, hey, no, we're white, then all of a sudden they got accepted.
Wow.
People used to be identified by the countries they came from.
Yes.
Not by... In fact, in other countries, they don't even call you black or white. See, that's a so-called, as you say, American. That's an American thing.
Wait. What do they
call it in other countries? Colonists in England, though. Or I should say the UK. Because the UK believes in the sun shall not set on the empire, which means they got to control all parts of the world, so it will always be the sun up.
Right. But that
until the UK went into other countries, a lot of these countries had no problem. I've got videos of even the Weeping Wall. It's Muslims, Jews, Christians got along just fine until the British went over there with their Balfour Declaration and all their bullshit. Oh, but see, most people are so stupid. They think Israel's always been the way it is now. That didn't come around until 1944.
Right.
And what they're doing on the Gaza Strip and over there in and the Golan Heights and stuff, people don't even want to know. All you need to know about Israel is this. Who provided South Africa with most of their weapons?
Israel.
During apartheid.
Was it Israel?
There you go. So what does that tell you?
And
so see, we're so stupid and ignorant, we don't even realize those people on the Gaza Strip look as we do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then most Muslims look as we do. That's why I like that one movie with Kevin Costner about Robin Hood, because Morgan Freeman played in that movie, which is why that movie wasn't very popular. They didn't like that one, dude. Because Morgan Freeman was a Muslim. He's the one that saved Robin Hood.
So, the reality, what's going on?
Reality? Whose reality?
Well, the people who are to propagandize this, the people who are putting these false tropes and images.
Propagating ISIS. You mean the organization that was created by a white Jewish guy? Or at least a guy who calls himself Jewish, because he probably didn't even go to a synagogue, so he's probably using the term Jewish as an ethnicity. But, you know, they think they can be born a Jew, and I thought Judaism was a religion, but go ahead.
Well, the reason why that propaganda is so important is, once again, you kill the image of your target, so therefore, when it's time to actually literally kill the target, the common citizen will be able to...
I have a question for you. When was the last time you heard anybody talk about ISIS?
Oh, it's been a minute. It's been a while. For real.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. They hit you with something new every week. That's psychological warfare. They had you thinking that Omarosa was the end of the world.
Yeah.
Every week you get hit with something new. They bombard you with that for a week, and then boom, something else.
Well, that's
what Hitler did during the damn 30s and 40s, man.
Oh, but that's just to desensitize us.
And then people shut down, and then they stop listening to anything.
Yeah.
Then you got them.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Too much information running through my brain. Too much information driving me insane.
Oh, my God. It truly is a brave new
You got
world.
so many channels on TV now that no one show does well because they can't get more than... You get 3 million viewers and you're a hit.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
And since I don't have cable and I don't have satellite TV, and I don't watch television at all unless I'm using it to play my videos.
You're not missing anything.
I just bought a damn new CD player, and I can't even get AM radio stations on it. It only has FM. I'm like, what the hell?
Because they're wanting to basically...
Well, let me tell you something. If there's a natural disaster tomorrow, that FM station is not going to be the one providing me with the information I need from the emergency broadcast system. It's going to be an AM station.
Wow.
So if this CD player doesn't even provide me with an AM station,
you're fucked.
There you go.
You're fucked.
Doesn't matter anyway, because they're going to make everything privatized, and you're going to have a smartphone, and then you have to pay money and subscribe to a private corporation to get updates on an emergency.
Oh, my God.
That's the plan.
Damn, dude. This fucking damn. Listen, guys, we can change.
I don't need to round you up. All I have to do is create a disaster, and then I have Trump send a message from the White House to all your smartphones and tell you where to go voluntarily.
Holy shit.
You'll come to me. I don't have to come to your neighborhood and round you up.
No. The Germans would have killed for this. All you do is just come on down the house.
Our highways were designed for rapid mobilization of U.S. Armed Forces vehicles.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed for you to drive on it. Our highways were designed based on the Autobahn. Why was the Autobahn built?
So that we can move the Weimar throughout the empire.
There you go. Rapid deployment of German vehicles throughout Germany.
And the train system played a major role. Oh my gosh, man. This is so depressing, dude. Because I can't think
Depressing? Why?
It's called reality.
Because I can't think of a logical explanation to defute and say that everything's going to be all good, guys, after talking to Mark.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya.
We can quit. I want to lead the people with hope. You know?
Oh, I'll give them some hope.
Okay. Good.
You want some hope?
Yes. Yes.
Tomorrow's not promised to any of us.
Oh, God.
Treat your family with respect. Don't go to bed angry at each other, because nothing's worse than for somebody to die in the middle of the night and you didn't even tell them you love them.
Oh, God.
Stop disrespecting your family. Stop
Yeah.
putting so much of your personal business on social media sites. Stop going on the internet to seek answers when you got elders in your own family and neighborhoods who've already lived through this and will not lie to you based on some information you don't even know who put it out there and what their agenda is.
Wow.
That's hope.
Wow.
Hope. Listen to colored boys like me who lived during the Jim Crow era, and I'm still here. Because when you look at what Donald Trump and them are doing now and seeing what they're doing, because people of my generation didn't pass that knowledge down to their children. They made them all think everything is hunky-dory now and everything's fine and those days are gone forever. They haven't taught their children any survival skills to how to survive the next time it comes around. Because it always comes around. Yeah. If you live long enough, you'll see the same thing repeating itself over and over again.
Oh, shit. And that's the depressing bit.
There's nothing new here. Like I said, those who don't study history are condemned to repeat it.
Yes, unfortunately. By hook or
crook. So
crook.
if people go back and study, don't make the mistake that the German population did by saying, oh, it's not going to happen here. It couldn't happen here. We got a constitution.
Yeah.
Oh, they wouldn't really do that. Yep. Don't be one of the people 50 years from now where your grandchild goes, what did you do when Trump and those guys took over the country?
Holy shit. Holy shit, he did not say that.
We put on the pussy hat.
He did not say that. He did not just say that, guys.
But it's coming. That question is coming.
I don't do radio shows anymore because I've been warning people about this since the damn 90s. It's here now. So now I don't bother telling people anything. Which reminds me. It's been way too long since I've seen Kerry Washington kissing his white boy, so I'm out of here.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Wow.
There you go, folks. Mark from Anaheim from Friday. Hope the audio was better. Peace. I'm out.